It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ, where business becomes show business. Jamie is a leading Tampa Bay real estate agent and featured on the Wall Street Journal's list of top 100 real estate agents in the nation. Jamie invites you to list your home with him today and learn more at tampabayradio.com. Now, live in studio and promoting the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy, your host, Jamie Maloney.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Monday through Friday, 7 to 9, focusing on a positive message with our entrepreneurs, community, and organizational leaders, taking a break from all the political talk, and definitely need that. After last night, I myself stayed up and caught the debate, so I'm a little bit unrested this morning. I don't usually stay up for that type of stuff, but I did, so if I'm off on my game a little bit, it's because I'm not on as much sleep as I'm used to.
Or you could just blame me.
Or I could just blame Josh.
Yeah.
So, but
that's the best part of this show, though, is that we keep it positive and we stay away from all that negativity.
Keep it positive. That's absolutely right. So we had a good first hour there. If you ever miss any of the programs, we do make them available all across social media. It'll be up on youtube.com/Jamie Maloney, my YouTube channel. We typically get up each hour after, usually about 30 minutes after the airing of the program. And so you can always catch it over there, as well as on tampabayradio.com. In this hour, we'll be talking to Deborah Palmer, certified inventory specialist and owner of Palmer Home and Business Inventory Professionals, returning guest to the program, and has a very unique and very necessary service that a lot of people do not consider, and that's having an inventory of your items at home. So in the event of a disaster, you can have an easy online portal to go to and tell the insurance agents, here, this is what I had, and makes the claim a lot easier, and some other uses for that service as well. So we'll be talking to Deborah Palmer, inventory specialist, on the second part of today's show. Up first, I have Steve Cohn, licensed agent with U.S. Health Group, and learn more about him at ushagent.com/Stephen Cohn throughout the discussion. So, Steve, welcome to the program today.
Good morning, Jamie.
So, tell us, who is U.S. Health Group?
U.S. Health Group is based in Fort Worth, Texas, and they've been around for decades now. They are now the fastest growing health insurance company in America, and they just recently won this year, 2016, Insurance Company of the Year by the American Business Awards.
Okay, so this is a health insurance sales company, am I correct in saying that?
U.S. Health Advisors,
okay,
which I'm a part of, is a health insurance sales company.
Okay.
And then U.S. Health Group is the insurance company itself. It's underwritten by Freedom Life Insurance Company of America, which is backed by Credit Suisse, the largest bank in Europe.
Okay, so in this company, are you able to keep your own doctors? Let's talk about that.
Absolutely, yes. It's the largest private PPO network in the country, and virtually every doctor, every healthcare facility, every hospital takes the networks that we use. The networks are called PHCS, Private Healthcare Systems, and Multiplan. Now, they're not one of the big names that a lot of people hear about, but virtually every doctor takes it. Very few do not.
Okay, and so is this, I mean, who comes to U.S. Health Advisors? Is there people that are uninsured, or there people that can't get into the marketplace? I mean, I know everybody can get into the marketplace, but, what attracts people to U.S. Health Advisors?
Usually small business owners and others who feel that they're paying too much for their health insurance, whether they're on the ACA, the Affordable Care Act marketplace, or through private insurance. Those that feel that they're paying too high of a premium, too much of a deductible, or that they're self-employed or small business owners. They can save a lot of money.
Okay, so how can premiums then be lower and have, a $0 deductible? I mean, isn't the marketplace, healthcare.gov supposed to be like the cheapest, best place to go if you don't have a service provider in healthcare?
The marketplace is great for those who prior to what people call Obamacare, prior to that existing, a lot of people could not afford health insurance, so it's great for those people. A lot of people were not able to get on health insurance because of pre-existing conditions, so it's wonderful for those people as well. It works very well for them. For those who are healthy, though, there's a little bit of frustration because they feel that they are paying too much in premiums, and these huge $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 deductibles, they're thinking, I'm never going to use it because I'm healthy. So what we're able to do, the main plan that we sell is called Premier Choice, and that's a medically underwritten plan based on your medical history. We just ask a few questions. There's no medical visit or anything. And if approved on that plan, and one is surprised the flexibility that the insurance company, that the underwriters have with this, so it is everybody has something, but most people are approved, then it's like the safe driver discounts in the auto insurance. So they're able to keep the premiums lower, usually about 20 or 25% lower than what you find on the marketplace, and the deductible at zero. So it's really it's fantastic for those who are relatively healthy.
And I'm not very seasoned in health insurance. I mean, is this a typical 80-20 type of a plan where you pay 20% and then the insurance covers 80%, or are there different variations of that? Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, most of the big box companies they try to cover their expenses by after paying the deductible. They also have an 80-20 or a 70-30, so that if something large happens, if something major happens, they're still getting their income. With this Premier Choice plan, though, the insurance company is betting that that people are going to stay healthy. Once healthy, they're going to stay relatively healthy. There is no co-insurance, so if something major were to happen, it's a zero co-insurance. The health insurance company covers everything.
Okay, so is this quality major medical type healthcare coverage then?
Absolutely, it is. Yes.
Okay. And so what if you have a claim then? I mean, is it like in other insurance where they'll drop you or something, or is there something unique? Is there a catch to this that maybe the average consumer may not be seeing?
Our clients will never be dropped. Okay. So that's not a problem. If they do have a claim, it's not a problem whatsoever. They are not dropped. The catch is you have to be relatively healthy. That's the thing.
Okay, so you can be denied then for the insurance then for pre-existing conditions, and you said you had to be relatively healthy. So this is catered towards the healthy individuals. Then, am I correct in saying that?
Yes. Now it is surprising how flexible the underwriting department is.
Okay.
Some people think, well, I have high blood pressure. Do I qualify? Yes, it's not a problem. I have, certain other things. So many times people who may think, well, I have a pre-existing conditions, all of us have something. All of us, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, me and my mental disorders.
There you go.
So do you submit to a medical exam for this? Is there a certain age at which they'll just approve you because you're young? I mean, how does the intake process then work?
There is no medical exam. Okay. It's based on a series of questions that myself as a field underwriter, I ask those questions during the phone interview. We do most of it by phone. And if there's a gray area, then the underwriting department may follow up with the prospective client, and sometimes they'll ask for medical records, but usually they don't.
Okay, so you can take advantage of lower premiums and is it always a $0 deductible? I mean, do you have different plans where you can maybe pay a higher deductible for a lower premium? How does that work with you as health advisors?
We do have several different plans. One is where you could choose a deductible and a co-insurance, and then you can even choose a rider, which means that if there is a specific situation that you have, you can choose to exempt that from your plan, like for example on a back. So if you do have those back issues, that you're on a rider, which means the insurance company would not cover that if you choose to go through that direction. And we also have a third plan, which is for those who do not qualify for the Premier Choice plan, and that's better for those who do not have any insurance at all. It's not quite major medical. So we would always steer people, if they're on major medical and they don't get approved on the Premier Choice plan, we want them to be as protected as possible, so they would stay on their major medical. That's what we would suggest to them. But many people don't have insurance, and this is better than certainly not having anything.
Oh, I wasn't kidding about the mental disorders. I mean, do you guys cover stuff like that? Psychologists, psychiatrist visits, and things like that?
On the secure access plan, they're able to take a look at that. But certainly on the Premier Choice, there are a couple of things that we do not cover, and one is mental illness. I'm sorry, Josh, and the other is drug and alcohol rehab.
So this is otherwise traditional health insurance. I take it meets the requirements under the Affordable Care Act to have health insurance. Am I correct with that?
To have health insurance, yes.
Okay.
You have the health insurance. Okay. It does not. It's exempt from the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, as they call it. But it is not exactly. It does not qualify because of the mental health and also the drug and alcohol rehab.
Okay, so you have to have additional insurance on top of this to meet the new law that requires you to have health to insurance, or is just having this enough to satisfy we all have to have insurance at the end of the year?
Well, it is insurance, so it does work for that. So there are it's a conversation I would have with each of the clients, and they're able to satisfy this issue. We've never had an issue with any of our clients regarding that.
Now, do you have to wait for open enrollment?
No, there is not any open enrollment for this plan. We have people come off of other plans every day, or those who join our plans every day. Even those who are on an ACA plan, they're able to move over any time of the month, any time of the year.
Do you have people moving from the Affordable Care Act, from healthcare.gov into this? I mean, because next year aren't these plans expected to rise under the healthcare.gov? Those are forecasted to go up and up and up. So, do you see people moving over from the marketplace to US Health?
Every single day we have people because they're looking to save money. So we have people moving over.
That's
so
crazy.
They don't have to wait until the open enrollment of the ACA, which starts November 1st. They can do it anytime.
Anytime. So what do you enjoy about the health insurance business? Why do you do this line of work?
The key thing is to help other people. Our tagline is helping other people every day. Hope. HOPE. Mm-hmm. And we're able to help a lot of people save usually between $2,000 and $3,000 over the course of the year. And it makes them feel at ease because even those who are relatively healthy, they have health insurance because if something major does occur, they're covered. But they would normally have to pay that $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 deductible. So a lot of people shy away from that. So in this sense, they're much more at ease. They feel that they're paying for what they really need rather than paying the insurance company.
So who is the ideal client for U.S. Health Advisors for yourself?
Anybody who is relatively healthy, who pays for their own health insurance, those who, whether they're small business owners or whether they work for a company that does not provide health insurance, those who possibly are on their spouse's plan, because usually the companies will cover the employee but not the employee's spouse and children, so we can save a lot of money. I used to be on my wife's Hillsborough County Public Schools plan, and when this plan came out, my son and we went to the Premier Choice plan, and we're saving about $280 a month. And we have a zero deductible.
Very cool. So how does one make application then? Do they contact you? Do they go through a website? How does that process work?
The easiest way is to give me a phone call at 813-777-2506. We do a quick phone consultation, and I do the application via an online quotation software, and it doesn't take very long at all.
And so you get an answer within 24 hours, is that correct?
It can be. Sometimes it's within the same day.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes a couple of days. It depends on
depending on the answers. You said sometimes they got to do some additional underwriting.
It depends what the underwriting department looks at. If they think everything looks clean, sometimes they'll approve people within the very same day. And other times it's 2 or 3 days.
Okay. And you give him a call again, 813-777-2506. Again, 813-777-2506. And again, Steve Cohn, licensed agent with U.S. Health Group, and also learn more at his site, ushagent.com/Stephen Cohn. You're listening to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation. What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you. How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal, and most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Crashing leads on southbound US 41 at Crystal Lake. This one off in the left-hand lane. Also, we've got delays on westbound Bush Boulevard approaching Himes due to a crash there. One on eastbound Fletcher Avenue at Telecom Parkway. That is, of course, west of I-75 and delays in the eastbound direction there. And, of course, I-75 still a bit heavy from south of Bruceby Downs to around Fowler Avenue. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line, 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council. This report is brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council. Your garbage can be more than just garbage. Give it another life. Recycle. Learn more at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service message brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Today, morning showers along the coast, then a 30% chance of storms in the afternoon, high 89. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 76. Tomorrow, a 40% rain chance, high 87.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And welcome back to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Talking to Steve Cohn, licensed agent with U.S. Health Group, and you can give him a call at 813-777-2506. So, Steve, what do you want consumers to know right now about health insurance? What are some takeaways from this discussion?
Well, I feel that one of the most important considerations in our lives is the health care of ourselves and, of course, our loved ones. So this is about the time of year that people start looking at their health coverage. They start hearing about open enrollment. A lot of business owners hold their open enrollment around this time of year. And they're going to be looking for cost-effective coverage. So, looking on the ACA marketplace plans and the private markets, they probably have received or they will be receiving their rate increase letters. There have been a couple of companies that are pulling out of the state of Florida for the Obamacare plans. Others are raising their rates tremendously, between 20, 30, 40%. So what can you do to change your situation? Take a look and try to save some money and such, especially if you're relatively healthy. Why have that $4,000 or $5,000 deductible if something were to happen when you can have a zero deductible? Mm-hmm. How about saving 20 or 25% on your monthly premium? In all, you'll probably save $2,000 or $3,000 over the course of the year. So otherwise, you're basically rolling the dice every day.
Yeah. What if a business owner's out there and he's got a staff of people? Can you help him out with like group plans, or Absolutely. Is it individual? Talk to me a little bit about that. You can do that as well. If somebody has a staff of people that need to get covered and they're thinking about add that as a benefit to the organization.
Absolutely. Every day I help individuals, families, and small groups, usually up to about 20, 25. If there are larger groups, we can handle up to 49. Because Because once you hit 50, then there's a law involved there, and they have to go on the ACA marketplace.
Okay, so as long as you got under 50 people on staff, you can help them get set up with a group coverage over at US Health Group as well. So health insurance, it's all necessary stuff. It's all not exactly the most exciting stuff to talk about and to do and everything. So I know in your spare time you're pretty involved in the community and stuff. So I mean, what do you do in your spare time to take that pressure off of you and have some fun in your life and everything?
I've been a Boy Scout leader for about 10 years at our local troop here in South Tampa, but also I've been very involved with the Tampa Bay region with the Boy Scouts, with training, with helping, obviously not only the kids, but also training adults. Very involved since 2006 with that, and probably 15 to 20 hours a week. And I plan to continue that. I love that. And
you've traveled across the country as well. I mean, before you were in the insurance business, what were you involved in? What were you doing and stuff? And how was it that you were traveling, across the world and everything?
So actually, I worked for 18 years for the hotel industry, where I learned basically everything I know about customer service. I was lucky enough to work in 11 different countries on 6 continents. I was able to learn some languages. I speak Spanish, Portuguese, and French fluently. So it's been an amazing opportunity to do that. But now we're settled here, with our family and such. And I find the most important thing is to continue that customer service, help other people every day. And I think I found that niche.
Did you ever find a T-Rex?
No, I haven't. Not quite yet. I've been looking.
He probably didn't catch that segment there. Josh was hunting a T-Rex last night during the debate there. So if you followed him on social media.
Neither did any of the other random people I asked.
Yeah, so he was at the mall asking people if they've seen a T-Rex there. So that's where that comes from. So 11 different countries in the hotel industry. I mean, does any one country stand out? I'm not a world traveler. Outside of going to Toronto, Canada, and Puerto Rico, I haven't left much of the East Coast. I've been across the way on a plane and stuff for a few stops and stuff. But what do you remember most about overseas?
My favorite by far was Brazil. I met my wife there. She's Brazilian, and I ended up not only staying there for 8 years out of the 18 years that I was in the hotel industry, but I became a naturalized citizen in 2003. So I hold a dual citizenship.
Very cool, and that's where you get the Portuguese from. Isn't Brazil a Portuguese-speaking country, and then Spanish is kind of a similar language to that, although they're not one and the same, though, obviously. So
exactly.
So what'd you learn first, the Portuguese or the Spanish?
I learned Spanish first. My mom is actually from Ecuador. So I learned Spanish and a little bit at home, and then through school in Maryland. I grew up in Maryland outside D.C., and then I did a lot of traveling and spent time in different countries and speaking the languages every day. So.
And you picked up French as well. So you can help people in health insurance with in all languages there, just about Spanish, Portuguese, and French as well. So Steve Cohn, licensed agent with U.S. Health Group. Thank you so much. Good discussion today.
Thank you, Jamie.
And again, you can give him a call at 813-777-2506. Again, 813-777-2506. Also, be reminded of the upcoming business symposium. Tickets available over at tbbo.org/symposium, or we made it easy on you. Just go to tampabayradio.com, and then in the about a little scroll down about a quarter of the way, and you'll see a big link for the business symposium. So pick up tickets for that. It's October 28th from 9 to 3, and it'll be a fun business expo dedicated to networking and fun and education, featuring our Shark Tank panel of experts. Tickets are $59, $39 for TBBO members. Coming back from the break, we'll be talking to Deborah Palmer with Palmer Home and Business Inventory Professionals, and we'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Kelly Ham from Bill Meyer Ham Consulting. Did you know that one of the biggest challenges that leaders face is getting their employees to be engaged, motivated, and producing amazing business results? At Bill Meyer Ham Consulting, we'll help you transform your workforce culture from one that might be underperforming, maybe mediocre, to achieving amazing business results. You see, we realize that your workforce culture is equally as important as your business plan and your business strategy. The two must be aligned in order for you to reach your desired business and financial goals.
Carol,
hey, Jim.
I just got this plan that could really help with our process here.
Okay, why don't you just have a seat and let's go over it.
Let us help you transform your workforce culture by leveraging your most important assets, your people. I want to know what's going on in your organization. Let us help you transform your workforce culture. Let's have a conversation.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
95.95.
This report is brought to you by Auto America. If you have a damaged windshield and full insurance coverage, Auto Glass America can install a new one for free and buy back your old one for up to $100 on the spot. Call 813-96-GLASS. That's 813-96-GLASS. At Auto Glass America, they turn your broken glass into cold, hard cash.
1250 winds, weather center forecast. Today's high up to 90 degrees. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, 30% chance of scattered showers. And tonight's low in the mid to upper 70s. Upper 80s tomorrow, 40% chance of rain by the end of the week Friday. Look for a bit of cooler weather as a front will move through Thursday. Impact Radio 1250 winds, WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney. Your business becomes show business. Monday through Friday, 7 to 9. Also live stream available over at TampaBayRadio.com. And we do invite you to connect with us on social media, Facebook.com/That Business Show. If you would like the page, we would greatly appreciate it. And I can do a favor for you if you send me a message. Happy to like your page back. And also the upcoming Business Symposium. Be reminded of that October 28th, 9 to 3 o'clock at the Hilton Hotel located at 950 Lake Carillon Drive. Tickets available over at tbbo.org/symposium, or just follow the link outside of TampaBayRadio.com. And again, $39 for TBBO members, $59 for the general public. And we do have sponsorship opportunities available as well. And we expect to have around 400 people in attendance again on October 28th. So take advantage of getting your brand, your business, and yourself in front of the local business community over there in the Feather Sound area. Next guest for the program, Deborah Palmer, Certified Inventory Specialist with Palmer Home and Business Inventory Professionals. And you can learn more at phbinventorypros.com throughout the discussion. And she is also a returning member or returning guest of the program, and also a very loyal member to the Tampa Bay Business Owners. So we thank her for that. So Deborah, welcome to the program today.
Thank you, Jamie.
So let's talk a little bit about what an inventory specialist is. Something before I met you, I didn't even realize it existed. You go into people's homes and inventory the homes for them.
Right, for homeowners and business owners. Generally what we do is go in and, depending on the kind of package that we've set up with the client, take pictures of your possessions, record serial numbers, scan in receipts, important documents that you might have, appraisals. We promote a preparedness type of lifestyle.
Right.
And we try to get you to get as much as possible into your system. We use a cloud-based system.
Right, so everything goes into a portal. So if the house burns down, your computers are destroyed, this is sitting up into the cloud, and so you can then go access the information from anywhere at that point, correct?
Exactly.
Now, are you also an organizer at the same time, or are you just going in there and inventory? And so if it's a mess, you're going to leave it a mess. You're not going in there organizing it. You're going to get documentation of everything, correct?
Right. Now, I do know several good professional organizers that if you are in that mindset, will get that done first. But generally what I do is try to get the client prepared for my visit to make the best use of my time on site.
Okay.
So to pull out items, pull things away from the walls, take out things that you want to include in your inventory out of drawers, closets, that sort of thing.
You ever walk into a client's house and said, you need organization before you need inventory services? Or are people ready for your visit when you stop by?
Sometimes they're ready.
Right.
Like I said, I try to coach them ahead of time, but if they're not prepared, we just do the best we can. And with that in mind, we may need to return a time or two to actually complete the entire inventory.
Okay.
Doesn't that get hectic though? I mean, like
That
if
does.
you go in and everything's, really messy, and then don't you kind of double your work then?
It's not the best use of my time
Right.
on site. So, but I also encourage people not to hold back because you think your house is not clean. I've been in plenty of houses, and we all live different lifestyles. My house isn't exactly clean either, but that should not hold you back. Doing documentation of your possessions is really important.
So you evaluate job by job when it comes
I
to
do.
things like that.
I go into the home or the business before, and that's how I provide my proposal. And based on what I call the content density, and if you have a lot of stuff, it's going to take longer, but that's how I can give you an estimate of how much time and the cost of the inventory.
Now, are you necessarily documenting everything, or are there different things? Like maybe I'm just worried about my technology stuff. Although I may have a whole closet full of clothes. I mean, are you going through and how are you documenting those things and the small items? I mean, how does that break down?
We can do from a collection. Say you have a discussion, an art collection that we call that a collection inventory, all the way through documenting everything in your home or business. And that would include opening drawers, opening closets, counting the spoons in the drawer, counting the number of shirts in the closets, counting shoes,
Wow, so-
for women. But generally, when I work with a client, I'll give them 3 levels of service in my proposal. We have an introductory kind of special, which for a homeowner will come in for 3 hours. And generally what we're doing is documenting the rooms and major items. And then we'll come back and show you what we've done. And now either you can continue it yourself. It's your system. It's all in the cloud-based system that we used. Or you can see that it can be a tedious project and have me come back to continue the inventory.
How long does it, for a typical home that may be 1,500 square foot, typical 3-bedroom, 2-bath house? I mean, is this a day project? Is it a few day project? How long does that usually take?
Again,
you?
depending on what we're inventorying. If we were going to do the entire home and you were what I call like a medium content density, a normal person with furniture, clothing, that sort of thing, it's usually 2 to 3 visits into the home because I will only stay for 3 to 4 hours. It's an exhausting process to have someone in your home all day.
Right.
So, and I do need you there with me so we can talk about the items to come up with the valuations and the descriptions and that sort of thing.
I was going to say a big concern obviously would be privacy. You're going to be getting into people's personal items and documentation. What goes on with this? Is there any type of documents that are signed? I mean, how do you protect people's privacy?
Or even photographs, right? I mean, do you take pictures of everything you?
We have an agreement up front where I express in that agreement, and I always work with my clients to understand that I take privacy extremely seriously. I generally will not even ask for a referral after an inventory. I won't be posting pictures of your items on my, social media, that sort
Look
of thing.
what I found.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's your home. And when someone lets me into their home or business to let me see everything that they own, I consider that a privilege.
How did you find this niche? I mean, is this a bigger business out there that I was just maybe not aware of? I mean, are there other inventory specialists across the country? Is there an organization for this? How does this work?
There are people all over the country that are doing inventory documentation. The certified inventory specialist designation that I have is through an association of inventory professionals, as myself, where we do some testing. We have CEU sort of continuing education things that we have to do each year. But the object of the association and my designation is to promote professionalism in our industry. My business is based, like I said, on trust and integrity and professionalism. I'm not going in just to take a video of your home. That's something you can do, which I would discourage you from doing. I would encourage you to go to the further extent of taking pictures.
Or hire a videographer like myself.
I will tell you that in a claim situation and from the inventory, really the purpose is for insurance. I mean, generally that is first to make sure that you're properly insured, and secondly, if you ever had to file a claim, that you're prepared to file the claim. The insurance company does not accept your video as proof of ownership.
Really?
Really. You're going to have to take out little individual pictures individual items to file your claims.
Okay, so it's more advisable if you're just going to do it yourself to take pictures of the items versus just videoing everything?
Yes. I want to refer you to a YouTube video I've seen recently. Faith Chandler, she's the director of strategic integration at NASA. And she had a home fire and destroyed her entire home. She did a presentation for the employees of NASA talking about the whole process, the whole recovering from such a disaster. But she talks a lot about the insurance process that she continues to go through on a daily basis. In her home, she has trying to recover over 6,000 items in her home. Every day, she's having to produce a photo, a receipt if she can dig it up. She's had to go back to friends that might have taken pictures at her parties to prove that she owned these items, to file her claim for the insurance that she's been paying for years to get reimbursed.
That's crazy. Unless you're someone with an OCD or something, like who would literally do that unless they planned on having
That's the point,
a disaster.
Josh. It's a terrible process. And then to think you're going through that, your house just burned down. So the emotional disaster that you've gone through, now you've got to deal with making a spreadsheet and researching items on the internet to figure out how much it may be worth. And she talks about something really important about replacement value. I am not an insurance agent, but in her policy, replacement value meant she had to replace the item. So when she submitted, for instance, a college textbook, in order to get reimbursed, she had to go back and buy another college textbook.
Wow.
And then get reimbursed the money afterwards.
Get reimbursed after you make the expense.
That's nuts.
She talks about in the process that they'll give you a little bit of money, but until you actually go back and buy the item, you don't get the replacement value.
So what's the typical procedure then when you have a house burned down with the insurance agent to come by and just say, all right, here's $100,000 and they just give you a check that's obviously lower than the actual cost of your items? Is that typically what happens?
It will depend on your policy. There's been a recent survey from an insurance industry that estimates that 25, based on the results of the survey, 25% of homeowners do not have an up-to-date inventory. And do not know how their insurance works, and secondly, don't have the proper insurance.
Wow.
So being as someone that does, advocate for preparedness, I encourage you today to pick up the phone and call your insurance agent and make an appointment to go over your homeowner's insurance policy. Now, I have my homeowner's insurance policy. It's 86 pages long. I can't understand that. So I have to sit down with my agent, and I want you to tell me, what does this mean? I want to understand what I'm paying thousands of dollars a year to cover. And if something was to happen, what's it going to be like? What am I going to have to do? And I will tell you, you can take it from me and everyone that I've ever spoke to that's been through the process. You have to have documentation of what you own to get your claim.
No, I'm sure it's not the same with businesses. They're way more organized and a lot easier to work with, right?
Well,
it depends. Your larger chain will have documented inventories on file, but your typical small business owner doesn't.
Yeah. Right. And that's where I can come in and help any business actually at least get you started to do that. If the small business has a CPA or financial advisors, they're always going to advise you to make sure that your inventory is current and up to date. I know plenty of small business. I've been in business myself for many, many years, although this business is fairly new. It's hard to keep up on top of all those things. If you would just let me help you a little bit to get you started, you'll be able to keep it going. It's just that process of getting started that
and
holds
then once
us back.
It's done, you manage the platform, the portal. You can put things in.
I can do it for you, and now you're on your own. I mean, you can add, say, I don't know what your business does, Jamie, but each year maybe you buy 5 items. Mm-hmm. How hard is it for you to take 5 minutes and scan in the receipt and add a photo?
Right.
And you're up to date.
Right. Definitely a good service out there, and something a lot of people are not going to think about until the disaster strikes.
And also can be very niched for collectors, car collectors, things like that too.
Absolutely. Now, a good client base for you is the real estate professionals out there. Talk to us about this.
Referral sources for me are other trusted advisors. So real estate professionals. accountants, financial advisors, insurance agents, those sort of things.
Okay, and I'm also, for the realtors that listen to me, because I am a realtor, makes a good closing gift too. So consider that service when closing a transaction. Reach out to Deborah Palmer, certified inventory specialist and owner of Palmer Home and Business Inventory Pros. Learn more at phbinventorypros.com or give her a call at 813-308-9727. 813-308-9727. You're listening to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project. In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
Teresa Turner is a certified public accountant and the founder of Tax Happens, a boutique-style CPA firm providing small businesses and individuals with hands-on, personalized tax and accounting services. Although we would love to tell you how happy their clients are, we would like you to see for yourself. Tax Happens has 21 Google reviews and a 4.8-star Google rating, 17 Yelp reviews, and a 5-star Yelp rating, 38 Facebook reviews, and a 4.9-star Facebook rating. What sets Tax Happens apart is number 1, upfront pricing, 2, clear deadlines, 3, personally available year-round, and number 4, a willingness to empower clients to do as much or as little as they desire. Visit taxhappens.com for more information.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation. What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you.
Crash on westbound Fletcher Avenue near I-75 off to the right-hand side. Crash on eastbound Fletcher near Telecom Parkway, still in the right-hand lane. Southbound Veterans Expressway slow between Waters and 275, and 275 off the Howard Franklin Bridge still a bit slow in the West Shore. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uter, Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Understood.org and the Ad Council. Join parents and experts at Understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help you help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Today, morning showers along the coast, then a 30% chance of storms in the afternoon, high 89. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 76. Tomorrow, a 40% rain chance, high 87.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. If you're interested in getting onto the program, visit tbsinterview.com. Over there, we got a contact form and also explains to you the process on how to get onto the program. tbsinterview.com. And also, it's a benefit of being a member of the Tampa Bay Business Owners. So by joining the Tampa Bay Business Owners, you get to come on to the radio issue a few times throughout the year. So just another benefit of the organization. Talking to Deborah Palmer, certified inventory specialist and owner of Palmer Home and Business Inventory Professionals. Learn more, phbinventorypros.com. And Deborah, September is Preparedness Month.
September is recognized by FEMA as National Preparedness Month, and which the idea is to remind us that we need to take action to be prepared for emergencies, not just fires, floods, those sort of things, but emergencies happen every day to everyday people. It may not have happened to us individually recently, but it does happen to people. Recent weather events come to mind, Hurricane Hermine, and the devastating floods in Louisiana. Still, you can see that those people are dealing with the aftermath of that and will be for a long time. Of course, that's an area of the country that is subjected to, constant flooding. But we also live in an area of the country that we've been lucky. We haven't had a lot of weather events, but hurricanes can happen. We are really right in the midst of hurricane season right now. Hurricane season goes through November 30th, but August and September are the highest months for activity. And I don't know if you've checked the weather report recently, but there's a storm brewing that, may or may not affect us.
Is it I haven't seen, is this a no Gulf storm, or is it something sitting out there in the Atlantic?
It's in the Atlantic.
It's in the Atlantic, okay. All right.
So anyways, but the point is, just one unexpected catastrophe can take away what we've worked so hard for and what we've been paying for in insurance for some of us for many years. I've been a homeowner for many years and paid a homeowner's insurance. I've never filed a claim. I don't ever want to file a claim, but I am prepared in case I have to.
Yeah.
I've talked to many people that have and you see it on the news, that have gone through these processes of filing insurance claims for losses, and I don't want to be one of those people. I want to get back every dollar that I've been paying for in case I do lose everything. So my point is that until something happens to you or someone near you, this sort of preparedness with a home inventory and just emergency preparedness, it's not top of mind.
Now, I'm over at your site, phbinventorypros.com. You got some FAQs. And when I'm talking to you, I'm thinking, man, this has got to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. But I'm looking at one of your questions there. Pricing for a typical 1,500 square foot home starts at around $359.
Right.
I mean, that's a very affordable investment into protecting your assets. I mean, tell me a little bit just about pricing and cost structure.
Absolutely. Because I really want and believe that everybody does need a home or business inventory, I put together some introductory type packages. So for a homeowner, sake of discussion, for $359, I will come into your home for 3 hours, document each room, most major items in the room, and take all that information back. Documentation includes taking photographs, working with the homeowner to get any provenance about the items, recording of serial numbers, scan in receipts, any important documents that you want to put into the system. I take that back, I put it in, get your system set up, come back to you with a printed document and the system set up to show you, to get you started. That's a lot of work. 3 hours of me in your home, you're going to get a lot of work done. Now you've got it for yourself. Now you can continue to, as you go, maybe spend an hour every weekend to continue to document the individual items in your house.
Now, the platform that you utilize, the cloud service, once it's set up, you said the homeowner can manage it, or you can manage it. Talk to me about ease of use. How does this work? Is it a certain program that we're familiar with in some way, or similar to a program we know in some way?
Yeah, the system that we use is called HomeZada. And it's a complete life cycle of your home system. And the idea of the HomeZada system, the premium subscription, which I give you 1 year of in with the inventory, is to track everything about your home. You're recording any renovations to the home. You're recording maintenance schedules where you'll get reminders, hey, it's time to change the air conditioner filter. You're recording your inventory. And it also has a real estate component, Jamie, that you kind of talked about, that would help your realtor list and sell your home with all the information about your home. The inventory part of HomeZada is free to anybody. You can go to homezada.com right now, or you can get the link off my website and start your own home inventory for free. But what I do is to get you set up. Now, we were just having a discussion about the hardest part of any task like this is just getting started. Once we get it started for you, you can see that it's so easy, Jamie, to just take a picture. You go and buy a television, you take a picture, you put it into your system, you scan in the receipt. You've got the peace of mind of knowing now that you've documented your assets.
And you're protected in the event of an emergency or a disaster. Now, imagine, obviously insurance is the number one reason people would get an inventory in their home. Are there other reasons people contact you and wanting an inventory of their home, maybe a collection or something that they want to kind of maybe just document and not, obviously worried about, disaster, but other reasons people would contact you?
Recently, I did an art collection inventory where we went into the homeowner's home and documented about 25 items of statues and ceramics and paintings. And then we also partner with an appraiser who used our documentation to provide replacement value appraisals of the 25 items. The woman did not have insurance on the artwork, but now she has the appraisals and the documentation to go and get her items insured.
Right.
So,
what's the weirdest thing you've been called to inventory?
I don't think anything's weird. Now, Josh, you were talking to me about finding the cow skull. That I might find that a little odd, but that's your own personal business, and I would never talk about it.
Well, good discussion with Deborah Palmer, certified inventory specialist with Palmer Home and Business Inventory Professionals. Deborah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jamie.
And again, for our call at 813-308-9727, 813-308-9727, or visit phbinventorypros.com. Also, thank you to my guest there in the 8 o'clock segment, Steve Cohn, licensed agent with U.S. Health Group. His number again, 813-777-2506. You've been listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.